Hey everyone, it's Rock for Cash, People's Champ, coming to you live from Cash Stadium, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a bit of a impromptu video, a few bits and pieces in this one that need to be discussed. So I thought the Cash would just get on and go through a few bits and pieces and just fill you in on what's coming up in the next season of the FNFL. So here we are, we're in May. May the 10th. We've had a Super Bowl. The Rams have won that. Well done to them, 23-20 over the Bengals. But before we get into any of that sort of shit, we'll get into just a couple of announcements. Firstly, the FNFL, currently 12 participating coaches, has been increased to 14. We're having Mickety's Biddy Elise join us. That'll be great. We'll be able to have some sort of three-way Fanny Cup situation through the year now with Little Waiters and Smooth Criminal as well. Interesting to see what she calls her team. And secondly of all, we've got a new player, a mate of Team Mazza's, who is now working at the Bendigo Advertiser, guy Sam Alexander, so he'll be joining us as well. Sam has now automatically become my arch enemy, barracking for the Chargers, and me with the Chiefs. I just can't have that sort of shit in the league. So Sam, look out, I'll sort you out as we move forward. So yeah, so 14 teams, that'll be good. Going back to a few seasons ago, we had 14 teams with Pete Carroll's Chewing Gum and the Taco Bell stepped in as well to help us out there. But yeah, so Elise and Sam, welcome to the FNFL, the Fantasy National Football League. It's been going now for 10 seasons. So we hope you enjoy it. Elise, any questions, fire on Mickety, and Sam, any questions, you can fire on to Team Mazza, Alex or myself. So that pretty much covers that off. Other questions people have been asking about: when is the draft? When is the order of the draft coming out? Well, I had a chat to Shiva Kamini, the assistant commissioner. He's pretty keen on setting the draft up about 3, maybe 4 weeks before the actual season starts, when all the preseason games are on. So we're probably looking at somewhere in late August, I would say, around there, early September, somewhere in that sort of vicinity as to when the draft will happen. The order of the draft, well, I'll do that probably a week before, so you can all set yourselves up, maybe a couple of weeks before, for those fucking lunatics that want to do mock draft bullshit that really fucking does nothing. So you maybe a couple of weeks before, so say mid-August, I'll get the order of the draft out, and we'll set something up, I don't know, maybe round the week before Dodgy's barbecue at Arnold, or I don't know. We'll sort something out. They'll definitely be happening. So those are the two real main announcements. But the Cash just thought he'd have a bit of a look back also at what's been going on in the NFL with his... did this last year and I got a pretty good response, so thought he'd just go forward now and have a look back at what's happened since the Super Bowl up until the actual draft itself. So just bear with me. I've got it on the computer screen in front of me, so I'll be looking up a lot to read what's going on. But in early February, the Denver Broncos announced that their franchise are up for sale. Obviously, no takers yet. Their value is around $3.75 billion. They reckon they get northwards of $4 billion. I wouldn't pay fucking 20 cents for this fucking mob. They are shit as shit. They're in our league with the Chiefs and the Chargers and the Raiders. And the only team worse than the fucking Broncos are the fucking Raiders. So, mate, I can't see... As you can see, the for sale sign's still out the front of the fucking stadium. Nothing's happened, so they might be waiting a bit of a while. Big news also early February. Tommy Brady announced he was retiring. So that was fucking good. The crowd just went fucking nuts. Finally, the GOAT's gone. Give someone else a chance. Pat Mahomes now will be the fucking GOAT of the league. So, yeah, early February, Tommy said to us all that he sniffed around all the new arseholes at Tampa Bay. No new good ones. He destroyed all the other ones and pretty much just said, well, what's the point hanging around? If there's no new arseholes, I'm out of here. So Tommy left us in early February. Interesting one also, the Washington Redskins, that were known as the Washington football team last year, decided they'd call themselves now the Washington, what are they? The Commanders, which is an interesting name, the Commanders, because the Commanders, I mean, we got rid of Redskins because it was racist. And from what I read, the fucking name Commanders was used also around the same time as well. So I don't know how they're getting rid of Redskins and putting Commanders in is making any difference. But look, as we all know, this team's fucking shit as well. So they could call themselves the Washington Wankstains for all I care. Not going to make any fucking difference. So then we had a string of coaches come in. Jags hired Doug Pederson. Where was he from? He was from the Eagles for a little while. The Vikings hired Kevin O'Connell. Where was he from? Don't know, just some fucking kid off the street. Dolphins hire Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel spent time in Washington, Cleveland, and Atlanta, and San Francisco, so he'll be no fucking good. Then we had a bit of a problem with Alvin Kamara. Decided that he'd beat the shit out of someone and put him into hospital, and was arrested for assault and battery back in February. But from what I know, nothing's come out of that one. So Alvin will keep playing with the Saints, obviously. They didn't get rid of him. The Texans hired Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith, where was he from? He's 63. Fucking hell, there's still hope for the cash. He was at Illinois. The Texans, that's where he was, the Texans. No, he's gone to the Texans. He was from Illinois. So good luck to him. He was their head coach of the Buccaneers for 2 years as well. So Saints hired Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen, 49, when Sean Payton stepped down. This bloke must have been on their payroll already, I think. So good luck to Dennis. Then we had the National Football League Honours. The honour awards that came through. Defensive Player of the Year went to TJ Watt. Amazing season. He had 22 and a half sacks. So I think he broke the record for the number of sacks in a year. So that was well deserved. Jamar Chase was named the 2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year. He had a big season as well. What did he do? He racked up 1,455 yards and 13 touchdowns, averaging 18 yards per catch and posting two 200-yard games. So fucking well done to you, champ. Mika Parsons, Defensive Rookie of the Year. We don't care about defenses too much. About Joe Burrow named Comeback of the Year. Good luck to you, Joe. You fucking cost the Bengals the Super Bowl. That doesn't matter. Mike Vrabel was named the Coach of the Year, the Tennessee Titans coach. Probably a fair call. Cooper Kupp was named the Offensive Player of the Year. It sounds like offensive as in they're fucking nasty or something. But he had a massive year, 1,947 yards and 16 touchdowns, posting 100-plus yards in 11 of 17 games. So he'll be fucking well scouted at our draft. I'd say he'd go in the first round. Aaron Rodgers named 2021 NFL MVP. Now, this is where the cash is going to draw the line. Everyone knows the cash loves Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers he's my boy. He had 4,115 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions across 16 starts. Okay. Fantastic numbers. No dramas with that. Well done. But how the fuck does this guy win MVP 2 years in a row? You can't tell me that there's not another better fucking player out there than this bloke. Seriously. Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes. They are 3 quarterbacks, just off the top of my head, that had better seasons than fucking Aaron Rodgers did. They took their teams further into the fucking finals than he did with Green Bay. So God only fucking knows why. This guy's got to have fucking photos of some pricks on the voting committee. That's the only way the cash can see how Aaron Rodgers wins a fucking MVP. Unbelievable. Okay, this is a big one too. We're into... Are we still in... I think we're still in fucking... Oh, fucking hell, cash. Hang on a second. The cash is fucked up here. Look, I'm not sure when this happened, but I'm going to say it's still in February. Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley has been suspended for the entire 2022 season for gambling on NFL games. Well, obviously he's obviously betting against the Falcons. That's where he's made his money. Because they're fucking shit. There's no way that this guy was betting on the Falcons. He's got to be betting against the Falcons. So, anyway, grab a seat on the bench like they say in Survivor, and we'll see you in 2023, champ. Okay, some big fucking trade news now happening over this period. Russell Wilson, the stalwart of the, the Seahawks, decided he'd go to fucking Denver Broncos. Now, this guy has got to be getting fucking massive amounts of cash to go to that shithole. Seriously, there's no other reason. There's no good players. It's fucking 100,000 feet above sea level. You need an oxygen mask just to play the fucking game. So good luck to you, Russell. I can see your career going south. From it, Seahawks acquired Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Drew Lock, and 5 picks. Winner, winner, chicken dinner to the fucking Seahawks. All right. Aaron Rodgers decided to finally put his pen to paper and sign a contract extension. So he's had a 4-year, $200 million contract extension with $153 million of it fucking guaranteed. Whew, that's some big dollars. Good luck to you, Aaron. We'll just go through what's going to happen to your team shortly, but at that time, that was looking good. Now, this is where things went a bit south. The new Washington Commanders decided to get Carson Wentz. New name, new quarterback, no change, still shit. Bobby Wagner got released by the Seahawks. He'd been there 10 years. He said, he's a bit like Tommy, this bloke. He fucking said, well, if my bum chum that I fuck every day, Russell's not here, I'm out of here. So he left. See you later, Sauce. This is an interesting one. So Deshaun Watson had to sit out a whole fucking season because he had all these allegations from all these women that he'd raped them, he'd bashed them, he'd done all this stuff, which is not good, right? The cash does not condone that sort of stuff, right? So this poor bastard has to sit out a whole season, every week, not available, not available, not available. The Texans decided they wouldn't drop him because they're going to use him as trade bait. And then what happens? All these charges have been dropped. I hope that he sues the shit out of everyone that made the allegations. He's had to sit out a whole year of his career for what? For nothing. Anyway. Next, the Browns. The Browns went on a bit of a spree and they picked up the wide receiver Amari Cooper from the Dallas Cowboys. So Dallas obviously have put the Q in the rack. They're not even going to try next season. So well done to the Browns. He'll do well there. And we're talking probably a few weeks later now. Tommy Brady's back. He's decided to end his retirement. He's gone home. There's no arseholes at home for him to pound. So apparently he's been promised a fresh batch of arseholes at Tampa Bay. So Tommy's ripe. He's ready to go now. And the GOAT is back in the league, staying with Tampa Bay. And we'll get to see him go around again for his 23rd season. So well done to you, Tommy, sniffing those arseholes. You've done well. And the Cowboys re-signed Michael Gallup. Well, they had to. They just got rid of Amari Cooper. Kirk Cousins decides to sign a 1-year, $35 million contract extension with the Vikings. Won't matter. They'll just struggle through. Sorry, Mika, but they'll just struggle through another season. The Browns decided to release Jarvis Landry, maybe because Amari Cooper turned up. I don't know. But, yeah, Jarvis, he'd been there for a couple of years, I think. And, yeah, I think it was about 7 years he was there for, Jarvis. And he's not a bad little player. But hopefully he'll find a new home, eh? All right, the Dolphins. The Dolphins decided to go out and buy some people, and they decided they'd go after running back Chase Edmonds from the Cardinals. So they signed him to a 2-year, $12.6 million contract, with 6.1 of it being guaranteed. I love this fucking guaranteed money, mate. If the cash was in the league, mate, he'd sign a $200 million contract, 199 of it being fucking guaranteed. I'd play for $1 million. Oh, dear. The Steelers. They went out and they signed quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. Don't need to say any more. Steelers obviously not caring about this season either. Oh, so we lost that bloke just before. Chase Edmonds, was it? And now the Cardinals have decided to get rid of Christian Kirk as well from the Cardinals. So he's gone to the Jaguars. So his career's over. Anyone that goes to that club, it's fucking nine-eye. The Dolphins still going. They decided to sign Teddy Bridgewater. So fuck knows what they're doing. He's been signed as a backup to Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa is one of the Cash's favourite names in the league because he can't say it. But good to see Teddy Bridgewater going around again, even though it'll just be a backup. And the Jaguars also signed Evan Ingram from New York. So, don't know what the Jags are doing. I mean, they're not going to win a fucking game. And these poor bastards are going to be running around for nothing. But, hey, they're getting paid, I suppose. He got 1 year, $9 million. $9 million. Imagine what the Cash could do with $9 million. Fuck me. And they also signed Zay Jones from the Raiders. So be a lot of people running around doing nothing, I suppose, at Jacksonville. The Jets decided to go to the well, and they went to the Super Bowl runners-up, the Bengals, and said, can we have that CJ Uzomah, the tight end? And the Bengals, for some unknown reason, said, yeah, fucking oath. He had 493 yards, 5 touchdowns over 16 games. And he's just signed a 3-year, $24 million contract with the Jets. Why would you sign with the Jets after just playing in a Super Bowl? Fuck. You're only one game away, from winning a Super Bowl, and you go to the Jets, and it's only $24 million. They must take a lot of drugs, these blokes. Tyrod Taylor. He's been signed by the New York Giants. He was with the Texans last year. You wouldn't have known, but he was at the Texans. So now he's gone to the Giants. 2 years, $17 million. And the Titans decided to release Julio Jones. Now, fucking Chiefs, get on the fucking Julio. We want him there, mate. He'd be fucking good there. Imagine Mahomes throwing to Julio Jones. Oh, good Lord. Oh, make it happen. Make the Cash happy. Now, Baker Mayfield's requested a trade. He obviously there at the Browns, he's had a look around and thought, well, no one fucking talks to me. I may as well fucking go somewhere else. So he's requested a trade. So watch this space for him. The Rams decided to sign Allen Robinson. So he was with the Bears last year. 3 years, $46.5 million contract. 30.7 of it fucking guaranteed. That's how you do a contract. Well done, Alan. Get that guaranteed cash. That's what you want. So good luck to you at the Rams. They just got a little bit better there. This is the big one. This is the one that the cash cannot believe happened. Aaron Rodgers decided to sign a 4-year, $200 million extension at the Packers. So what happens? His number one receiver, Devontae Adams, says, fuck you, Aaron. I'm off to the fucking Raiders. Of all teams this guy could have gone to, the Raiders. I mean, he has been paid 5 years at $141.25 million. Don't know what the guaranteed amount there was, but you want it to at least be 100 mil. His biggest problem is going to be now that Derek Carr's throwing to him, not Aaron Rodgers. So expect him to fall away a little bit. I'm sure there'll be coaches that'll be sucked in and try and take him in the first round, but not the cash. Not the cash. Oh, and the very first of many Chiefs signings over this preseason, Juju Smith-Schuster has signed a 1-year, $10.75 million contract with the Chiefs. So Chiefs just stacking up their offense beautifully. So Juju is now a Chief, and the cash is fucking happy about that. We move to the Panthers now. They signed DJ Moore to a 3-year, $61.9 million contract extension. So good luck to you there. Won't matter, little waiters and Team Mazza. Your team is still shit, the Panthers. So in big news, big news. Not sure the amount here, but the Browns have acquired Deshaun Watson from the Texans. Like I said, not sure the amount here, but he'll be running around with the brown head. So that's not being racist. That's the colour of their helmet. Oh, and Matty Stafford's been paid, winning the Super Bowl. He's got a 4-year, $160 million contract extension with $135 million guaranteed. Now that is how you do a contract. That is how you fucking do it. Play 4 years for $25 mil and pocket $135 million in the skyrocket. Oh, the cash just loves that. That's well done. Well done, Matty. Robert Woods, he's decided, I've won a Super Bowl. I'm going to go. This is one of the ones that Tommy must have liked this one because there's a new arsehole now at Tennessee Titans. Robert Woods has gone there from the Rams, so Tommy's got a new one. And after 14 seasons at the Falcons, Matt Ryan's decided he's going to go to the Colts after, I think, Carson Wentz left. So, interesting. Matty Ryan, he's about 37. Very good player, very good player. Probably wasted 20 years of his career at the Falcons because they were just shit. So, 14 years. He wasn't there 20. So he's gone to the Colts, so it's probably going to be a good one for the Colts, that one. Saints re-signed Jameis Winston. Why? I don't know. They're 2 years, $28 million, $21 million guaranteed, so a good contract, but why would you bother? The guy's a dud. And the Falcons decided, well, we've lost Matty Ryan, so let's go and get a really, really shit quarterback. So they signed Marcus Mariota to a 2-year contract. Falcons down the bottom again for another year. One of Cash's favourites, Leonard Fournette. Fucking great. He signed at the Buccaneers. So that's beautiful. Sorry, I mentioned Robert Woods going to Tennessee with Tommy. That's not right, sorry. So just disregard that previous thing there. But Leonard Fournette must love the pounding because he's re-signed with Tommy at the Buccaneers. Then something that was very, very disturbing to the cash happened around this time, and that was the Chiefs gave Tyreek Hill permission to seek a trade after their trade contract extensions were stalled. And Cash sat back there and thought, oh, don't you fucking go anywhere, Tyreek. Just get the money from the fucking Chiefs. Stay with the Chiefs. Win another Super Bowl. And within 5 minutes of that fucking post coming out, Dolphins acquire Tyreek Hill. How fucking quick was that? Like, he must have had them on speed dial. He's gone out and said, look, guys, we'll just put this on the contract on hold for a second. He's gone out in the corridor, got on the fucking phone, speed dial and said, hey, Dolphins, I'm available. They said, yeah, we'll fucking take you. So one of Cash's boys, Tyreek Hill, is gone now to the Dolphins. So good luck to you there, champ. I mean, Tagovailoa, or whatever his name is, he can't throw as far as Pat Mahomes. So you won't be getting too many really, really long touchdowns, champ. So hope your hamstrings hang out too. Talking about the Chiefs, there's a bit of a Chiefs session in this little part of the off-season. But the Chiefs decided they'd go out and, after Tyreek left, we'd already got Juju Smith-Schuster. We decided we're going after another long-name player in Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So obviously the Chiefs have got a lot of letters spare to put on the back of their jumpers because there's another very long name. So he has a 3-year, $30 million contract to come to the Chiefs. So that's pretty good. The Cash was happy with that one. And the Chiefs also signed Ronald Jones II from Tampa Bay. So obviously an arsehole that's needs to be reconditioned when he gets over to the Chiefs. Tommy obviously gave that one up for Leonard. And, the Chiefs have got themselves a nice little running back there in Ronald Jones II. A $5 million one-year contract. Don't know what happened here, but somehow the Saints have decided to sign Andy Dalton to a contract. 1 year, $3 million. He'll just be standing on the sidelines all year, so enjoy eating those donuts, Andy. Another big thing that happened on the off season as well is that the NFL have changed the rules in regards to playoffs. If you think back to, I think it was the game the Chiefs against the Bills, where Mahomes went out there, scored a touchdown, and Josh Allen couldn't even get on the field because they were the rules. They've now made it that each team will at least get one shot at a touchdown in the postseason. So that's really good. I think it's got to be fair that, it happened to the Chiefs back, I think it was 2019, where Tommy did that to us. And Pat never got back onto the ground. So this is a good one. The Cash is quite happy with this one. Bruce Arians retires from Tampa Bay. Obviously, that arsehole is well and truly destroyed beyond belief. Will spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair, I believe, after Tommy's send-off. Bit like something out of, what was it? Mean Girls. No, not Mean Girls. White Chicks. Remember that black bloke putting all those other blokes in wheelchairs? Hilarious. So, after Bruce Arians gone, they decided they'd hire Todd Bowles as their next head coach. He was working under Bruce Arians, so new arsehole again for Tommy, so he'll be happy. Devontae Parker left Dolphins. They did some pick swaps, and he's gone to the New England Patriots, so good luck to him there. The dark side's one of his favourite players, Frankie Gore. He decided to retire. He's 38. He'd done everything. 11,073 yards over his 10 seasons. Great player, Frankie Gore. Great servant to the FNFL as well. So enjoy retirement, champ. Stefan Diggs got paid with the Bills. 4 years, $96 million contract extension. So 4 years, $96 million. $70 million guaranteed. That's how you go. Well done, Stefan. They also, Raiders signed Derek Carter, a contract extension. 3 years, $121.5 million. Fucking hell. This guy's shit. Well, you're going to get paid that much, champ. You better get the ball to fucking Devontae Adams every time. The Packers decide to sign Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's like a whore of the NFL. He's played nearly every team. So, yeah, good luck there, Sammy, with the Packers. Cardinals re-signed AJ Green, so that's a good one to a 1-year contract. He's 33 at the moment, so we'll see him going around again. Colts signed Stephen Gilmore, cornerback for, who was at the, not the Patriots, the Panthers. He was at the Panthers, and now he's going over to the Colts, so good luck to him. Deebo Samuel requests a trade. Nothing's happened with that one as yet, although the Chiefs are favourite to get him. Broncos re-signed Melvin Gordon. I've just had a look that this video has gone for 30 minutes. There's no one still watching it now, so I'll just keep talking to myself. Have re-signed Melvin Gordon to a 1-year contract worth $5 million. So well done to them. And just finally, we had the NFL draft as well. A couple of changes there. The Arizona Cardinals acquired Marquise Brown from the Ravens, and they did some pick swaps as well. And finally, I think the Eagles acquired A.J. Brown for some picks as well from the Titans. Travon Walker went first, Aiden Hutchinson second, Derek Singley Jr. third, Sauce Gardner, now there's a fucking name, he went fourth. Kayvon Thibodios went fifth. Ikam Ekwunu sixth. Evan Neal seventh. Drake London eighth. Charles Cross ninth. Garrett Wilson 10th. So good luck to all those guys. Wonder how many of these blokes are going to be playing in the FNFL this year. Hopefully a few. There were a good few last year as well. So like I said, we're 32 minutes into this video. There's no one, I can guarantee there's no one left in the FNFL that's fucking watching this. If there is, in the comments below, just hashtag rock for cash, just so I know that you're still here with me. Otherwise, I've just been talking to myself for probably the last 20 minutes. So, all right, guys, like I said earlier on, draft will be on sometime in late August, early September. The picks will come out probably 2 weeks before that. And just welcome Elise and Sam to the league, taking us now to 14 teams. All right, guys, have a good one. The cash will be back probably a month or so with something else. All right, guys, that's a cash out.